What's good, everybody? Salute to everybody watching on X. Salute to everybody watching us on YouTube, Twitch. My people, I see you. Man, I wanted to jump on for a little bit and talk about a few things. But before I really get into it, I want to play a joint by my main man, J Boogie. It is called The Coat. Play this while people coming in the door.
Don't it sound so beautiful? Don't it sound so beautiful? Let me touch your soul.
Yeah, J Boogie. Do it, J Boogie.
It's the coat, baby. I'm the coat.
Madison Square Garden, we got garden dreams. I'm the coat that means Knicks over all teams. A lot of teams behind the wheel this year, they getting slumped. Miss Maryland already told me put them in the trunk. The city look like a movie called It Can't Touch Us. Don't you wish you had a Tony loading up the buses? The Road Squad, the Travel Squad, the Knicks Squad. That floor seat with Fat Joe, that's a terror squad. Woo. The Nick Jers with the Tim boots, the headband, tell them that the dude's loose. This goes out to all the real loyal Nick fans. The pain felt before JR was the sixth man. The LJ go-to part the headband. The game winner, the smoothest, Allen Houston. They say I give a sermon like a church man. I need my money like James, let my dough land. The 4-7 broke Bernard means I'm on fire. The same day Candace announced she retired.
Still hate.
My flow just stay tighter. I'm Fred Katz on beats, the Knicks staff writer. On game nights, New York City with the bright lights. My energy, Josh Hart, I got the mic and ice. It's only right that I give thanks. When it come to these Knick bars, I'm Lloyd Banks. I give a take on your partners for the uplift. And tell Kenny don't be switching out the handkerchiefs. Over here, we really got them garden dreams. I'm the coat that means Knicks over all teams. Knicks over all teams. I said Knicks over all teams. Recognize, I'm the coat, motherfucker.
That's my man, J Boogie. I got one more from J Boogie. That's my guy.
Hey, yo, Boogie, they think when the season is over, the office don't put in that work. But we handling our business. Trades, drafts, signings. Hey, yo, God to God, talk to the people.
By any means necessary. Leon Rose stay working. Grind on stop like bad breaks. Office stay working. 24/7, that's all night and day. There is no tomorrow, there is right away. No time off this on season. No time off this on season. No time off this on season. No time off this on season.
I told Leon and West this my on season at the summer league. New season after the summer league. I'm feeling good with the squad that's coming this year, but still I'm healing up from the wounds that short as last year. You know my name, J Boogs. I'm known to set it straight. Like Coach Tib at the games, he known to watch tape. The only coach at the games that never sit down with the hair comb to the side, swag from Midtown. The truth get told every time when I speak.
Salute.
3 capital S's every time, that's me.
That's me.
When Rob died from the Shy, you know I was sick. Amon Shepard, damn, I lost another Nick. I'm paraphrasing the sleeve on with this movie talk. That Brunson football look like Mike when he moonwalk. That Nick logo, my fashion colors, they orange blue. This episode called Fred Catch and Shoot. We're so different, never can be the same. Dexter Henry with the Flow Podcast, New York, we got game. My no looks in the booth, they assist you. Let it travel like Scott Foster, blowing this whistle.
Nick Challenge successful.
Damn, I got crazy bars. That left hand on the rim poster, John Starks. I'm reservating the finals coming next June. Club quarters, already I got 2 rooms.
By any means necessary. Leon Rose stay working. Grind on stop like bad breaks. Office stay working. 24/7, that's all night and day. There is no tomorrow, there is right away. No time off this on season. 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 No time.
See, when y'all think he ain't working, all of a sudden he come with that boom. That's that office work. That's why we call this the on season. It's time to get them roses up. Get them Leon Roses up. 24-25.
By any means necessary. Leon Rose stay working. Grind on stop like bad breaks. Office stay working.
Shout out to my main man, Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie is in the building. Jay Boogie is going to be performing live in Madison Square Garden on Christmas Day. Very proud moment for my guy. Very proud of my guy, Jay Boogie. Salute to Jay Boogie. He works so hard, man. That man got 4 jobs and he got a music career. Shout out to Jay Boogie, man. That's my guy. Salute. Still Knicks fans is in the building. Salute. Hit him up is in the building. Salute. Salute. Yo. So stars shine brightest in New York, right? I don't make this thing up, right? I don't claim to be an expert about it. I don't claim to have inside information on it. But I've been a fan of New York sports for about 50 years, right? For about 50 years, right? Since I was a little boy, right? Been a fan of New York sports. The Mets, you know, the Knicks, y'all know what it is. And ever since then, stars shined brightest in New York. And while I'm not a fan of, say, the New York Giants, when the New York Giants have a star, ain't nothing you can do. When the New York Giants have a star, it don't matter if you have a dream team or not. Nobody shines brighter than New York when New York has a star, right? Nobody, right? When the Giants have a Lawrence Taylor, they're the king of the world, right? When the Yankees have a Derek Jeter, nobody shines brighter than the Yankees. You feel me? Not guys that are good, not guys that are famous, not guys that are infamous, but guys that are stars, guys that live for the moment. Their life exists for a moment. And I know you asking, like, what moment is that? Right? Like, what moment is that? And what I'm going to tell you is the biggest. Whatever the biggest moment is, the star of New York lives for that moment. The Oakland A's are trying to tie up the game and you need a defensive play. Derek Jeter got you. He got you. The Dodgers come into your stadium red hot, trying to put you away, and all you need is 2 home runs in order to win that game. Reggie Jackson got you. He'll hit you 3. He'll hit you 3 home runs. You needed 2. He'll give you 1 extra in case you lose 1. Right? Stars shine brightest in NYC, right? The Derek Jeters of the world. When Derek Jeter is the star of the Yankees, or when he was the star of the Yankees were the biggest thing in baseball. Not because the team was talented, because all teams are talented. But because Derek Jeter lived for the moments. Lawrence Taylor's lived for the moments. Mark Messier's, they lived for the moments. Your Dwight Goodens, your Darryl Strawberries, they lived for the moments. They were stars among stars. They shined bright or shone bright, however you enunciate it, pronounce it. You know the word I'm looking for. I believe the Knicks are on the verge of having a guy in that realm, right? Scoring a lot of points means nothing. Scoring a lot of points means nothing, right? Being a playoff participant means nothing. Being a star in New York means championships. If you know New York sports, it's all or nothing. Period. It's all or nothing. Joe Willie Namath shined in New York. He was the brightest star in New York, when every New York team was winning a championship. The Knicks were winning championships. The Mets were winning championships. The Jets were winning championships. And Joe Willie Namath was the brightest star in a galaxy of stars. So what does that mean? I know a lot of you guys are asking me, well, why Uncle Freezy? It's middle of August. Why are you not talking about the Knicks signing a center? It don't matter. Because I feel like there is a player on the roster that is about to reach that phase of stardom. We don't care about all-star games. We don't care about playoff appearances. We don't care about all NBA. If you are a fan of New York sports, you know there is only one thing that will quench your thirst. Because we thirsty. We hungry. There's a player in New York has the capability of being the next Derek Jeter. There's a player on the roster that's capable, has the potential to be the next Mark Messier. And for those that don't know what that feeling is like, maybe you're a Mets fan, so you don't know what the Derek Jeter feeling is like. Maybe you're a Jets fan, so you don't know what that feeling of winning Super Bowls feels like. Maybe you're a Brooklyn fan and watching. Salute to y'all. It's an NBA channel also. So you don't know what it's like to have a mega star in place. I'll tell you what it's like to have a mega star in place. When you have a mega star on your team, when you have a mega star in New York, every conversation around the country is centered around that megastar. Is Aaron Judge a megastar? No. He's not. Is Juan Soto a megastar? No. They're not. They're very, very good players on a good team, and they're highly productive. But have they brought the city a championship? No. I'm sorry. That excludes them from the conversation. Is Francisco Lindor in that conversation? No. I'm a Mets fan. No. But the Knicks have a guy that is headed down that road of becoming a megastar and bringing the city something they've desperately wanted for 50 years. And when that event happens, when it happens, there's no going back. He'll be the star forever. We'll be naming candy bars after him. Right? Everybody will be wearing his jersey or a replica jersey everywhere they go, going to work. Grown men will be getting that player's tattoo on their body, getting that player's image. It's what it is. Ivory 10 is in the building, but how do you see Brunson and Randall as being great if they haven't reached that pinnacle either? That's a great question. I never mentioned that they were. I never mentioned that they were. I'm speaking about the potential. White Falcon is in the building. So you can win. If you think Steph Curry is on everything, he's won 4 championships. He won 4 championships in San Francisco, Santa Clara, Oakland, San Jose, whatever area that is. Steph Curry won 4 championships out there, and he is a megastar. Right? But if this player on our roster wins 1 championship, Shut it down. Shut it down. It's not even worth talking about. Especially if that player does it big, does it in the clutch. And so I've been talking about this guy for about 14 or 15 minutes. And I think y'all all know who I'm talking about. Right? Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? So I'm talking about Jalen Brunson. And congratulations to Jalen Brunson and his family for their new addition. I pray everybody is healthy, mom and baby and daddy and everybody healthy and is enjoying the moment. And my message to Jalen Brunson is, bro, enjoy the moment, bro. I just spoke to a 30-year-old today. I just spoke to my son today. And I remember holding him in my arms, leaving in the hospital. Couldn't believe what I was going through. So cherish it. If you're Jalen Brunson, cherish it, bro. Congratulations to the Brunson family. Congratulations to Rick. Rick is Papa now. Congratulations to Rick. He Papa now. I know that belly gonna get bigger now. When you Papa, it's okay to have a belly, Rick. But listen, the star that I'm talking about is Jalen Brunson. The potential to be that is Jalen Brunson. The pieces are in place for this team to win a championship. You probably have the best wingman in the game in Julius Randle. Right? If Jalen Brunson is our best player, then Julius Randle is the best wingman in the game. It's not even close. So if you're Jalen Brunson and you had the potential to bring a championship to the city and get put in conversations with Babe Ruth, Derek Jeter, Mark Messier, Lawrence Taylor, Joe Namath, are you ready for that moment? Knicks fans, are you ready for the moment when a star off this roster gets out of here into that upper atmosphere and into conversations with Mickey Mantle, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio? If the Knicks win a championship this year with Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle and OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, you have to put Jalen Brunson in that conversation with the likes of, dare I say, Reggie Jackson. Mr. October. We want Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle and crew to be considered Mr. June. Are you Mr. June? Can you be Mr. June? Dripmore, I'm going to trademark that. Dripmore. Hey, mark that. Hey, Dripmore, keep a receipt. The Lawrence Tears Barber is in the building, right? A lot of things we say on Lawrence Tears gets faded into other parts of Knicks universe, whatever. We don't care. But this one right here, Mr. June. Remember that. Remember we said Mr. June. Right? We said it here first. Can Jalen Brunson be Mr. June and be put in conversations with Catfish Hunter or Ron Guidry? Can he be put in conversations with Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio? That's the elevation that's coming once the Knicks win this championship. There are other players on other teams. Jason Tatum has won a championship from Boston, and you barely hear anything from Jason Tatum. And Boston is a very passionate fan base. Very passionate. I mean, very passionate fan base. Right? They won championships with Paul Pierce, and Paul Pierce was not in this stratosphere of. They won championships with Tom Brady, and Tom Brady didn't even have a signature shoe. Tom Brady was famous for things other than championships. Supermodel wife, Deflategate, field goal kicker in clutch moments. Tom Brady was famous for he and Belichick. But if the Knicks win a championship, there's no way you can stop the ascension of Jalen Brunson into the conversation of the likes of Babe Ruth. And no big deal. And listen, no big deal that Jalen Brunson wasn't drafted by the Knicks. You know, I don't care about the homegrown conversation. We don't care about the homegrown conversation, man, because listen, Babe Ruth is not an original Yankee. Babe Ruth played for the Red Sox. Reggie Jackson played for the Oakland A's and Baltimore Orioles before he arrived. Mark Messier played for the Edmonton Oilers before he arrived. No big deal. No big deal, right? Eli Manning was drafted by the San Diego Chargers. No big deal. But if Jalen Brunson gets this team over the hump, we will no longer be talking about things like, I wish a star could come here and save us. Because what we got, instead of a star coming here to save us, we got a guy that needed, in theory, a guy that needed the city as much as the city needed him. Jalen Brunson, legit. Julius Randle, legit. All of them. Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. All of those guys needed New York City as much as the city needs them. And so their ascension to stardom is going to be different. A different type feeling, like that feeling in your gut when you know things are right. When things just feel right in your spirit. It's like when you make friends with somebody for the first time, or you meet somebody for the first time and you find out and you realize that they could be your friend. David Smith is in the building. White Falcon is in the building. Salute. Nick Yak, what's good, man? I see you. I have this thought. So if I'm slow to shout y'all out, nah, it's not because I'm not shy. I got this thought. I'm trying to keep it formulated in my mind, and I want to get it out because I don't want to punt on fourth and 2, basically. Fourth and 1 on the goal line. I don't want to kick a field goal right here. Top Notch T is in the building. And listen, I understand that this is a Knicks channel, and I guess everybody wants me to talk about stats and numbers and on the court stuff all the time. In this moment, though, I'm making a plea to your sensibilities, right? And not because it's soft, right? Not because it's, I need something from everybody. What it is I want to share a thought with you about Jalen Brunson becoming the Knicks' Derek Jeter. And if any Yankees in the house, any Yankees in the building, if there's any Yankees fans in the building, man, put a thumbs up in the chat. I want to see the Yankees I want to see the Yankees fans in the building. Any Yankees fans in the building, in the chat? If you're a Yankees fan, just put it in the chat for me. Pierre Moise is in the building. D Block in the building. For all the Yankees fans that's in the building, imagine how you felt in 1995, coming off a strike year, and you don't quite know what baseball is going to be like without Don Mattingly. You don't quite know. Right? You don't quite know what life is going to be like without Don Mattingly. Right? So you go into that season with new faces and things of that sort. And you mess around and enter the phase, and you enter dynasty phase. Right? You enter dynasty phase, right? And in the beginning, you don't know that you're in a dynasty phase. All you know is that the Yankees seem to have a good team. And that's what the Knicks are. That's what the Knicks are. Julius Randle is a great player. OG Anunoby is a great player. Mikal Bridges is a great player. Jalen Brunson, though, is a great player that has the potential to be in that Derek Jeter type conversation. Julius Randle has the potential to be in that Mariano Rivera conversation. Two great players on a great team at the same time. When I was thinking about how I was going to present this to y'all, I thought about this at about 11 o'clock this morning, right? And I thought, and I started to write it down, and then I felt as if I wrote it down and read it, it would lose its essence. So I didn't want to write it down. I didn't write it down. I saved it. I saved the thought, lost it, saved the thought, lost it, saved the thought, lost it all day. But then when I scheduled the event just so that I can come and talk to y'all face to face, yo, and listen, man, I don't get like overly emotional about stuff Knicks related. Every now and then, about 3 or 4 times a year, y'all will hear me get like, emotional about something. Right. And that's probably too much for me anyway, because I'm generally not that person. I'm not easily impressed. I don't know what it is. Right. I'm not that type of person. I'm just a regular guy. I'm just like the homie. Like I don't care about how much money you have. I don't care about what kind of car you. If you cool, you cool. That's me. If you cool, you cool. That's me. I don't care about. That's why this is a Knicks fans channel. Right. And no disrespect to the Knicks front office and the Knicks organization or people around the league, but I'm not really easily impressed like that. That's the reason why this channel has dedicated Knicks fans on it. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's not. Right. But every time I think about where the Knicks are in terms of being NBA champs, I get like this feeling inside. Right. I get this feeling inside like we legit could be grooming the next Derek Jeter. The Knicks could be grooming the next Mariano Rivera. And if you're not a Yankees fan, you may not understand. If you're not a baseball fan, you may not understand the context. But the Knicks starting five ish looks like the Beatles. Of course, you have a Lennon. Of course, you have a John Lennon. We know who John Lennon is in this example, right? I've been saying his name for 15 minutes. And we know who Paul McCartney is in this example. The one with the biggest resume, the one with the most accomplished, but maybe not the most famous. We know who Paul McCartney is in this example, the one with the most stuff on his resume. We know who George Harrison is in this equation. Very talented, but is the third guy. We know who Ringo Starr is, the guy that's in and out of the lineup. We know who Ringo Starr is. No disrespect to OG Anunoby, but you're Ringo Starr in this example. Ringo Starr is a great. Jalen Brunson has the potential to be one of the most famous New York athletes to ever live, is what I'm getting at. Being on the cusp. Jalen Brunson is on the cusp of being one of the greatest New York athletes to ever live. And when I say that, I'm like, every time I say it, I'm like, damn, you can't really say that, man. Because you're talking about dudes like Ron Hextall. You're talking about, man, Eli Manning. You're talking about, man, Odell Beckham. You're talking about, man, Joe Namath. Man, you're talking about Tom Seaver. You're talking about Nolan Ryan, Cleon Jones, Tommy Agee. And yet for the old heads, I know those got Tommy Agee, Ron Swoboda, Cleon Jones, Felix Herman, Bud Harrelson, Dwight Gooden. Ivory 10 says Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. Jalen Brunson is one NBA championship away from being in that conversation. Right? Nixon 26 is in the building. You can win championships anywhere. But when you win them in New York, it's different. You can win championships anywhere. You can win championships in Boston, Massachusetts. You can win championships in Denver, Colorado. You can win championships in San Francisco, California. But when you win championships in New York City, it hits different. It feels different. It's a different vibe. You're responsible for something when you win championships in New York. Man, when you win championships in New York, you have a legacy, man. When you win championships, and listen, when you win championships in New York, Random people. When the Yankees win championships in New York, you see random people with Yankee caps on. When the Giants win Super Bowls in New York, when the Giants win Super Bowls, you see guys with Giants jerseys and Tim boots on. It's a uniform. It's how we do it. Well, I don't, but you know what I mean. You can win championships in any NBA city, and it won't mean anything compared to when the Knicks win a championship. So my question to you is, when Jalen Brunson wins his championship in New York City, how will you rank him amongst the greats to have played this game in New York City? When Jalen Brunson wins a championship with the Knicks, you know, Randall, OG, McCall, Mitch, Deuce, and everybody on the roster, how do you rank them? If Jalen Brunson wins a championship for the Knicks, is that championship to you more impactful than the two championships that the Knicks won in the early 70s? In my mind, absolutely. If Brunson and Randall and Bridges and OG and company win a championship, that one championship absolutely is more impactful to me than any championship won by, say, Tim Duncan in San Antonio. That one championship by Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and company, that one Larry O'Brien trophy weighs more than the championships the Miami Heat won. The Miami Heat won championships, and you can't even remember. You don't even remember the year unless you jog your memory that they won the championship. Who cares? Who cares, right? The Toronto Raptors won an NBA title, and if the Knicks win a championship this year, nobody would even care about what happened in Toronto. Who cares? And how will we view this team and its leader when the mission is accomplished? When the mission is accomplished, how will you view Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, and others? Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo. I think you will view Jalen Brunson as being in the category with Derek Jeter. I think you will. And you may not admit it now. But when you see Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle standing in the garden in an ocean of confetti, blue and orange confetti, one of them holding the finals MVP, whoever holds the final MVP, we don't care, standing there with NBA championship t-shirts on and ski goggles, holding babies, NBA champs hats on, waiting for Adam Silver to give somebody from the Knicks the NBA championship trophy. Leon Rose. when Adam Silver is waiting to give the trophy to Leon Rose, will you view Jalen Brunson as being in the category with Derek Jeter? I think you will. I think you will. I think you will. And on top of that, on top of all of that, when that moment happens, we can look at this new generation of Knicks. Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, Precious Achua. We'll look at them as the crew that reversed a curse on us. All the calamity that happened before this generation of players got here, we'll look at them as the generation that reversed the curse. No longer a calamity. No longer the Gotham paradox. When that moment happens, we'll no longer be the Gotham paradox. There's no more of that. Well, anything that could happen will happen. No more of that. There'll be no more of that. And once that moment happens, when Leon Rose turns to his prized free agent signing, Jalen Brunson, and passes Jalen Brunson the Larry O'Brien trophy, and a Knicks player holds it because it belongs to him for the first time in over 50 years, you will put Jalen Brunson in the category with Derek Jeter. That's all I got, everybody. I'm out of here.